Alright, welcome back to the Off-Brand Realm, and you're probably wondering where we're at. We are at Zero's base because we got a little bit of a funny to do. If we come on out here, sneaking around his base, his chest room, we look just over this. You can see a giant wizard. Big old wizard man. And I think this is a perfect way to, one, mess with Zero, but also show this wizard what a real wizard is like. So let me get changed, practice the dark arts, maybe not the dark arts, but just some wizardry type stuff. I'll be back here in just a moment in my new skin, and then I'll tell you the plan after that. Boom! Look at us. We're like a little dark wizard. We are ready to show this beast of a statue who's boss. Now, the plan here, now that we are all wizard up and we can actually put on some of our other armor, because we're going to need this fire protection armor, as we are going to be making a giant fireball. A giant fireball right about there. Aiming from the wizard towards Zero's base. I think it's just a little funny prank and a good way to start off this video. So we're going to get into a time lapse of me building the giant fireball and really showing what a true wizard does. Even though it'll look like he, in the background, the statue, is the one casting the fireball. But let's get right in to building. I got an idea. It'll make sense once we start going. With the time lapse being done, we can finally go and look at the giant fireball that is being thrown/hurled at Zero's city by his own wizard. We can finally look at it from a below angle, and I love how it looks from like below, because it looks like it's just a little off center from the wizard staff, like it's coming over his shoulder, coming down to just absolutely decimate this town that we have going on over here. Like, just imagine being a civilian. These buildings are up. They're like, la di di da da. Oh my gosh! You just hear a ton of people screaming, crying in agony, like Doomsday's coming towards them. Like, what are you gonna do about a giant fireball that's about to smite your kingdom? You know, there's not really much of a kingdom here. There's just a few builds. But Zero, you better protect your kingdom, your followers, your civilization. What is the word? Civilians? Civilians is the word. See, look at fireball coming down. But I do think, now all the fun that I've had with the fireball, I want to get one more angle on this for y'all. Even from in Zero's chest room, you come over and just boom! 2 suns! 2 of them. That one and that one. Even though that one's way more yellow. The fireball is just over his wizard. Looks like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, kind of looks like a little bit of a meteorite, which is cool. But he is supposed to be casting a fireball, and I'm thinking, since it does look like a meteorite, we gotta buff this wizard a bit. Oh, I didn't mean to do it like that. And I want to show that he's actually casting the fireball. So by adding some extra orange bits, by putting some extra orange bits on his staff here, and maybe even adding some extra orange and red parts to him, like, we could give him a little ring. Or like he's conjuring power from his hand or somewhere else, and then having it like shoot up to it. I'm kind of sick of this zoomed in feeling, but you kind of get the idea. I'm going to go do that. We're going to add some extra orange and red bits to the actual statue to look like the statue is the one casting our great fireball. Maybe we even give the guy a little book. And now it is wizard time. Fireball! But I'm thinking this crystal that I added at the top of his staff looks really good. Got some magical particle effects that make it look like it's casting the fireball. You can see he's gaining some power using his hands, like right there. and right there holding on to his staff. So I think we have finished up our little prank and our little side project for the video, messing with Zero. And we're going to go on to, I don't know exactly yet, probably building in the island city. Or something completely new. Hopefully building on the island city. But I hope you like this, and smash like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. But let's get more into the video. I just wanted to say all those things before I go again. Welcome back to the island city, where we have started a whole new build. It is a gatehouse, one of 3 that we have now made. And this, I think it's going well. This is going to be the first build that we use to add to that one sightline I've been talking about so much. And we're working on a whole new section as well. Now, this whole new section is a bit small, but I'm trying to think on how I want to take it. If we come on over here, we can see, here's the sightline, mind that scaffolding. But this build's not very large. This is kind of a small area. There's only 2 other build plots right there. There's also this single plot right here, which I'm thinking about doing maybe that single build plot and those 2 over there for the rest of this video. But it would really just add in, if I had this building done, would get that whole idea of the sightline in and done for us. But my original plan was just those 2. We got to add a bridge here to go over, as this is a new gatehouse. Like I said, one of three. We got another one right there, and another one. If you look all the way down right there, you can see the open window because I have not filled the window. Duh. But each of those are right next to one of our bridges, and we're gonna have to build at least 1, maybe 2 more. Definitely one more over there. But I just wanted to show this one off, and we are going to get into doing the other builds. I'm thinking this is working well so far, because once this area is done that I'm walking on, there's a path and trees and stuff you'll come across, and you'll be able to get a good sight into the city from back here. That makes it kind of unique versus different sites of the city. But let's get into building those other builds. We are on to the second build of this area, and I kind of want to just show and talk about how I build. I think I have a weird way of building. I don't really plan anything. I don't like go in and make a whole building beforehand. I kind of just freehand all of my builds. Which my artist aspect of me. Ooh, I'm out of resin. Let me go grab that real quick. Like I was saying, it's kind of like my artist aspect of myself. I don't really like planning too much. I kind of just want to build and freehand everything. I have an idea, I'm gonna kind of just do said idea. And that's definitely how I build in Minecraft for sure. For surezies. And I just kind of want to show that that's like how I do it. So if you're wondering why these videos maybe take so long, even though I don't do a ton, is that like I said, I don't have a creative world. I just do the buildings that come to mind, come up with everything on the spot, just because that's what I enjoy most when it comes to Minecraft. And I feel like I don't really ever show me building very much, and I think that's because, well, it's kind of hard to when you're, like I said, coming up with everything on the spot. But it is like part of the fun, I think, of Minecraft is that part of just coming up with it. And I think you guys get to always just see the end aspects of my builds, which, yes, probably makes sense and all. I don't know why I just did what I did. But I just wanted to say that, and I think I'm going to just speed up this build process here. And here's our second build. I do have some extra details to put in, just like glass, some hanging lights, and probably some plants in some places. I also got a lot of railing to go put in. So I think I'm actually going to do that real fast, and then I will come back to talk about the build. Now I feel that this build is safe to say it is done. We've put in and of course it's raining, nice. Of course, we've now put in all of our railings, which add so much extra detail to this and extra color, which I love. But one quick thing I want to talk about is these stairs. I saw these off of some guy on TikTok, and they look like stairs, but obviously they don't work like stairs. You gotta jump, but they're very steep, and I like them a lot. I think it makes this build kind of what this build is, because I needed really steep stairs on the outside so I could make this apartment building. We got an apartment at the bottom. We got another one right there. That's 3, 4, and a 5th one at the top for maybe the landlord or someone that's really wanting to do a lot of steep stairs. I'm just realizing I need to change skins, but I don't want to keep rambling. I want to get straight into the next build so we can end this video. Come on. There we go. Here we go. Oh, nope. These banners, man. Just gotta place the last one. And crouching just doesn't go well. There we go. We have not just, I should get into a better spot. Wait. We've now put in a new building. This isn't honestly a good angle of it. If we walk through, though, this building has added a ton of ropes that make it look like a little festival, like it's a party inside the hallway, inside that tight, narrow space. But we got this new building. I don't really know what this building is supposed to be just quite yet. It's green. It's really funky. I was not liking it. I know I haven't updated anybody on anything yet, but it's a funky build, and I'm liking it now that it's more finished. The roof is kind of interesting. Cool. Let's go up. Roof's kind of interesting. But with this build, I made this kind of like these, like, not pillars, but like support beams that go across through the roof, right? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to connect some ropes. So I added some chains, put some fences in between so they look like they're kind of going diagonal. I should have done like copper chains. It would probably have looked a little better. But, didn't think that through before I made the stack and a half of iron chains. But I really like these little, what would you even call them? Banners? Hanging things? Because it just takes up a lot of this space. And then when you're down here, it kind of feels like the roof or the ceiling, the sky is a little more closed off than it actually is. And now that I've done this, I want to add it into maybe some more places over here. Actually, probably not, because these places are really closed off. But any of my like super open areas, maybe some right here when I'm getting these builds done, and over here. But I think that is about all I want to do for this video, as it's kind of getting a little longer, and it's been a while since I've uploaded. I worked pretty hard on this one, but I will, of course, start working hard on the next episode, and it's raining just to end the video, right? Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and maybe in the next video, we'll hopefully get this sight line done. We'll get that building in, that one. Working on this big section here. Probably, hopefully. This is going to be the biggest section. And then those 2 clusters, which are going to be insane. Maybe we'll work on one of those clusters instead, just so I can let my mind work a little more on figuring out how I'm going to, like, what I'm going to put here. Because, like I said earlier in the video, I really don't have an idea. I just kind of come up with the builds on the spot. I just come up with a block palette and go, bang! Block palette, let's make a build with that. And I kind of center everything in this area around sandstone. But, once again, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!